Kia ora, ko dia ho, hana mai. Welcome to today's 5-minute Makerspace. I'm going to be doing some playing with pop-ups today, which is great because it doesn't mean that we need a lot. So I've got a single piece of light card. It's about 160 grams, that one. We need a craft knife. You may need an adult to help you with that. We need something to draw with and a paper clip and a ruler. So come in and let's take a closer look because we're going to make our pattern first. Let's look to mark where the middle of our page is. Now this is an A4 piece of paper which measures 21 centimetres across. So 10.5 is our centre line. Just mark that at both ends and put a very light rule between the two. So that's half of our page. Let's start off by creating a diamond at the top. Make this using dotted lines. Put a solid line across the middle. And then return your diamond to the centre. This is our first go at doing pop-ups. Now let's do a rectangle in the middle. I might just use either side of my ruler for this one. So let's do dotted lines at the side, a solid line at the top and the bottom, and another dotted line at the end. Now let's do a series of smaller rectangles. You can make them whatever size you like. Solid line on the top and the bottom, and dotted lines in between. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start cutting. So we cut along the solid lines. So take your craft knife and drag it along your solid lines. You could use your ruler to help. It certainly makes things easier. And if you're smaller, you may need an adult to help you with this. Now we're going to use a technique called scoring. And for this, you can have some special tools, but you can just use a paper clip and your ruler. And that means just mark a line against the ruler and pressing down quite hard where the dotted lines are. Now, before we do anything else, I'm just going to fold down the middle of our piece of paper. All right, So now it's time to pop. And then we're going to work out which folds we want as mountains and which folds we want as valleys. So for the top one, how about we make this a mountain? This one can stay as a valley. What about the next one? Mountain or valley? See your score lines there. So just quickly fold those. So if we turn this one into a mountain, we want to fold there and fold this one now upwards. What about a valley for this one? So fold down and fold down for this one. What about the next one? How about a mountain? Fold up and stay straight. And now to present your pop-up, you can just fold it slightly or sit it in the corner and see how it looks. Of course, there are numerous patterns that you can make, and you can also experiment with popping this one out, as well as the top one to make a more beak type of look, and experimenting with your mountains and your valleys. And then, of course, the next step is to do rounded ones as well. I hope you've enjoyed today's activity. Thanks for joining me. Ka kite.